Yes. Can you hear me? Sound is not quite sound is not quite as good as I'd like it to be, but I can hear you. Yeah. I got it up a little bit. Yes. That's all right. Technology, what the heck? Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the program this evening. Yes, sorry, some people are noting in the chat that it had the little created by our intro, had the created by Video Bolt. The price they wanted for it was just ridiculous for the unregistered version. Today we're joined by, he is running for Congress, and he has made it through the first big step, which is the Republican primary, and now he will be going in the general election. And his name is Alan Rappaport. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Alan, I really appreciate you coming on. And interesting factoid here is that we have in the history of our program, we have what's going on with the lights. In the history of our program, we have had on what we have interviewed. I had somebody look into it before. We've interviewed 113 down ballot candidates, state senate, Congress, and we've had 0 people that have won in the general election who we have interviewed. So that is kind of, they should have a fade out on those. They should have a fade out. So let's check in on the chat, everybody. So the chat is asking, does he know? Of course, I'm sure you get this all the time. Do you know Michael Rappaport?
Alan.
No. Do you know Michael Rappaport?
Do I know about Michael Rappaport?
Or are you like related to
no
him?
No relation. He spells his last name wrong.
And so that's but you don't, do you know his films?
I've seen him in some of his films. I think he's a reasonably good actor, but
he is a reasonably good actor.
I make no apologies for him.
Yeah, you don't owe us anything to do with that, simply because you just, it's a unique last name that he's sort of cornered the market on, and he's kind of out there now. He's not necessarily acting so good all the time. As far as well, that brings us to our first question. A big hot button issue these days is the Israel-Palestine war that is happening. And where do you fall? Are you pro-Israel?
Well, I am pro-Israel for a
Oh,
variety of reasons.
hang on a second. I just want
Some
to
of them
say,
have to
I,
do with
I,
sentiment, but
I
most of
just
them
want to
have to
say
do
to
with
you,
practicality.
can I tell you something? That's not. People aren't such a fan of that anymore. We're doing the show now, and people that we talk to, like just mostly like normal people we talk to, they're not really into that anymore. They're pretty much against it. Most everybody that I talk to, even if it doesn't matter even what party they're in, they're pretty much just all against it. And it's not really a popular thing because of all the and I was just doing the research on it before. It's because of all the slaughtering of the innocent people is what the biggest issue is that young people are having an issue with. Would you say to young people who have an issue with the slaughter of tens of thousands of innocent children at the hands of the state of Israel with the financial backing of the state of the United States of America? Hello to the chat. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We're here with Alan Rappaport. He is running in Ohio's, I believe, 11th congressional district. Do I have that right, Alan?
That's correct.
This is the only interview I did any kind of research on. So the next three, I'm lost. I'm winging them. So, and this is my first long form live interview. Everyone, very excited. I've been mostly doing short form interviews, not live, and they decided, those haven't been necessarily going the best, but let's throw them in there. Maybe this is a format that works better. Is to get them out there in the live format. But this is my first time doing it, and we are right now talking about I believe I was asking you what you would say to the young people who are hung up on the slaughter of the tens of thousands of innocent children at the hands of the state of Israel.
Well, I think people who are young, and I was young once, I appreciate what it's like. You're trying to figure out what you're going to do for the rest of your life. You're not sure you're on the right path.
And then
And today
boom,
you're faced with,
an Israel rocket kills you.
well,
And then boom, you don't get to have your future because an Israel rocket kills you, and it has a USA flag on it because they bought it for them.
I don't think that makes a hell of a lot of difference when you can't afford rent and when the
The
grocery
fuck are
prices
you
are as high
talking
as they
about?
are, and when
Yeah,
you're
it does. It
suffering
makes a
from
difference to
too much,
them.
when you're suffering from too much debt.
But it's called
And
Who
these are
cares
bigger
about debt?
problems.
They're dying.
These
It's
are more immediate
humanity.
problems for people who are young these days.
Who cares about debt
And
if people are dying? That's more important than debt.
people are dying in a lot of places for a lot of reasons. We have problems right here at home.
But most of
And
them aren't being state
you don't seem to be
sponsored.
concerned about the
They're not
problems that
state
are here at home
sponsored. Well, how do you know I'm
because you're
not?
on your soapbox right now, and that's
Excuse
fine.
me.
But I'm not comfortable with you being on your soapbox. I'm the one that's running for office, not you. And you're out there using your platform
Yeah, well,
to tell people where you're coming from, and you're not asking me any questions about where I'm coming
if I was
from.
running,
And quite frankly,
I might have a
I
better
think this
chance.
interview is a waste of time.
I might have a better
You're
chance
wasting
than
my time,
I might have
and
a
I
better
don't
chance
think
than
I'm going to
you.
spend any more of it with you.
You only have
because you are
3
just
Twitter
simply
followers.
blowing
You only have 3
gas in
Twitter
people's
followers.
eyes.
I need to help you with your social media, Alan.
Are not helping people out there by ignoring the problems that they really should be concerned about.
You should be concerned with how many followers you have on Twitter. You're running for office. You have 3 followers. It's a disgrace. I looked into it. Only one of them is a real person. Only one of them is a real person. 2 of them are what's known as bots. So you just have 1 follower. He doesn't live here. He lives in Russia.
You know what? You're a waste of my time.
What the fuck? Ridiculous. I apologize, everybody. I was supposed to go a lot longer. We have now time to... God damn it. Didn't even get to show him my t-shirt about who I'm voting for. It's outrageous. Oh, you guys can't see it either. Just give me 1 second. Sorry, this is my first live stream here. Let me just here. This is my t-shirt. So that was not what I was looking for. But how's everybody doing? Shout out. We do have 3 more guests lined up. And next we will be joined by Carl Boyentin. I don't know anything about him. Like I said, I kind of did all of the stuff mostly. I looked into Rappaport. So we got another guy, a couple of guys actually, and they are all. Let's just check in. I'm just gonna go ahead and actually disappear from you all for a second, and I'm going to start my next interview here. There I am now, and now we just wait for Mr. Boyentin to come in. I can open up the phone lines if you guys would like to call in now. No guest. If you have anything that you want to talk about, 208-285-2333. Politics is the topic. We are discussing it. We don't know everything about it. We don't know. We're not really necessarily. Is this legit live? Yes, it is. Unless, can you imagine if I found a way to somehow coordinate this with Grease Buddy? All right, Grease Buddy, you come in the chat at that exact moment. Somebody said, unfortunately, said the El Presidente. What do you mean? What's unfortunate about it? I've never done a call-in before either, so... You can't call the number. That's the wrong number. Oh, God damn it. Okay, I got to change the call-in number. This is a nightmare. I forgot. We got the updated system because of the incident that I spilled the Dr. Pepper. 786-738-5546 is the call-in number. Please do call in and talk to me about politics. Fill me in on what's going on. I don't know a lot about it. And please, no lifestyle calls, especially when the guests are on. I know I'm well aware of the show I used to host. I don't host it anymore. I'm not involved in that kind of stuff anymore. I'm into politics now. Let me just check in on... Oh, hang on. We got a caller calling in here. Hello, caller. You know about politics?
Oh, love politics.
Sick. Thanks for calling. Caller, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Shirt.
Missed it. Next one. I missed the next call. Don't know what that even is, but if we could please just keep it to politics, calling about politics. First caller was great. Got right to the point. Hang on, I gotta go check in on my hang on, I got a caller calling. Caller, you're on with Rickert, Rick Jones. This is Politics Live.
Hey, Rickert. This is Edie F., long time, first time. I just wanted to talk a little bit about, some issues that I'm having with the parties generally.
And the parties, you mean like dancing, or what are we talking?
Well, just like I participate in this party structure because I want to express my freedom
like a dinner party
as an American.
And
I mean, well, let me get to the point, Rickert. Okay. I have a problem with rigid rules, right? So, like, no stilettos on the couches, no stilettos on the furniture.
Oh, yeah, no, this isn't. We're not doing the... Please, no lifestyle calls. I got an email from Mr. Rappaport. James, I apologize for cutting your program off, but your host was more interested in talking than in listening. I found the interview to be a waste of my time. Well, I read it, and I'm pretty not very happy about that, to be honest. I don't really necessarily feel great about that. because, I mean, hey, I got to take the note. I got to take the note, though. We're waiting on Carl Boyenton. I just want to see what the last, okay, so the last, okay, I did not, we might have to check in. We can call Carl Boyenton to, I don't know if I have his phone number even. No, I don't have Carl Boyenton's phone number. What if he doesn't join? Then we don't have somebody till 5:30, and I don't even know what to do. I have literally nothing planned at all. God, I hope he shows up for this, or some people call in or something, or somebody call in and have a long conversation. You guys don't understand. I need this to go extremely well. Hello, you're on the air.
Oh, you're on the air
with politics.
with politics.
Hey, I can hear myself.
Hey, I can hear myself.
Hello,
Hello,
Rickert.
Rickert?
Is that you?
Is that you?
What's mom?
What mom?
Sorry, that was not. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Hi, Mr. Jones.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh.
This is my first time watching you, and I am so far absolutely loving your show.
Oh, very cool. What's your name?
My name is Beth. I'm so pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, and good day to you. And the art of the gentleman has been lost, if I may say so myself.
Oh, fully agree. I was so nervous to call you. I was afraid I was going to choke. And have you ever choked?
What do you mean?
Well, choked on anything, actually.
I'm not doing the. If you want to call and you want to have a date, a relationship, a marriage, or something like that, a closed marriage, that's fine. But I'm not taking lifestyle calls, okay? That's the bottom line. If you're just joining us right now, our first guest unfortunately cut the interview short, sent an email to the producer afterwards saying that apparently, and I'm going to quote him here, apparently, let's just take a look. Your host was more interested in talking than in listening. Well, that's what a host does, is talk. And we can all agree on that in the chat. And I'll say hi to some of my chat monsters. Hopefully we can get these live on-the-fly interviews. Hey, what do you guys think, first off? Sound off in the chat. How do you think our first interview went with Michael Rappaport of running for Ohio in Congressional 11? What do you guys think here? I can take the honest. It went well, great, very informative. Got my vote. You're going to be voting for him. Fantastic, good. He should stick to the TV. He does movies. I don't think he's going to win. Well, he's not. What was that? He's not favored to win. I will say that. He's very much an underdog in the race. But he's still going, and that's more than we can say, I think, for our second to last guest, I believe, Mr. Miller. He's already lost, and we didn't know that before we booked him. He sent an email afterwards. Do you realize I lost? I said, oh, God, what the fuck? This is what I was saying to myself, not to him. I was saying, oh, this is fucked. I don't want to talk to this fucking guy. But you can't really say that to him. You make him feel bad. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll still have you on or whatever. He's a pretty wild guy. And he might be the next person we're talking to, because let me tell you, we have not been joined here yet by Mr. Boyenton. We're going to go ahead and try to send another message to Mr. Boyenton here. Will you be joining shortly? We could also try to move up some of the other interviews. We could send, if we get word that, hey, he's not going to be joining, we can move up some of the other interviews perhaps. We'll just wait and see. We'll give them a little bit of time. What do you guys think for a grace period? What should we give these candidates for a grace period before we pull the plug before we pull that plug on the interview. I might even get the. This is kind of what the work is all about. I might send a little message right here to Mr. Miller saying we may have a cancellation. Would you be able to go earlier? So we'll get that out there. I'm going to also get that out there to the other candidate who's running against Elizabeth Warren. I think he's going to lose for sure as well. I don't know. I think I've already interviewed him. He sent me an email. I don't know. I don't really even. Okay, thankfully we have, 4 guests. We may be able to go earlier. Would that work? Okay, I was almost gonna show this, and I'm like, no, you can't really do that because it's got all of their email information in there. Can't really do that. How do they even hear about this kind of thing? Oh, well, to be clear, I reached out to him initially, and then he put me on this list of whatever, and then his media list that he sends things out to, and didn't, he forgot that it ended up being, oh, hang on, we've just got, you guys hear that? That's a note coming through. Oh, here we go. Mr. Boynton is joining now, everybody. We got Mr. Boynton, everyone. Here we go. Boynton alert, everyone. Oh, yeah, that's another. Mr. Boynton.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. We are live. I'm just going to share the audio. You can now hear the audio, correct? Could you hear the applause?
No, I didn't.
Do you hear that?
Mm-mm.
You don't hear that? I'm sharing the computer audio with you. Okay, hang on. Do you hear that?
There we go. I hear that. Yeah.
Hey, all right.
There you go.
And the weird thing is, I would play the applause to celebrate that, but it would be weird to play the applause to celebrate if I've already done the applause 3 times in a row. Feels like it would not be that smart to do. So
Right.
I will admit, Mr. Boynton, I'm very, very heavy on the patriotism. I'm a little bit light on the research. And so where do you stand now where are you as far as in the primary or the general, or what are we talking about?
Well, actually, the primary's over with.
Oh, how'd you do?
Well, I lost.
Nice. What is this is a big thing we're asking all of the candidates is, where do you stand on Israel-Palestine?
Well, I'm a supporter of Israel.
Oh, what? People don't really like that anymore. That might be why. Did you talk about that a lot?
Not really.
People don't like that anymore. I've found from hosting this show, talking to people, even doesn't matter their political party, doesn't even really matter their what their background is. They all kind of agree that it's pretty nasty business.
Yeah, it is. If Hamas shouldn't have attacked Israel, but if you're gonna attack somebody, you better be able to take care of yourself. Evidently, they can't.
That's such a cool thing to say from your nice fucking house, man.
Yes, it is.
Bunch of children getting slaughtered, backed by the
Yeah.
American government and Canadian government, funded by them, and just literal
There's a
children
thought.
having their.
Don't be a terrorist organization.
But they aren't. They're innocent children that are getting killed. They're not.
Yeah,
They're not terrorists.
They support Hamas. That's who leads their country. So, did you call about that, or do you want to talk about something?
What percentage did you what did you end up with?
I lost.
But by how much?
Enough.
What was the number?
I don't have it in front of me.
Guess you don't want to remember. That's understandable. Well, I did want to talk a little bit quickly about something that I had just sort of made note of. I'm just going to pull it up on the screen right now, and we'll go over this. Is that I looked you up, and I went to your website. We're just pulling it up right now. It's Carl. How do you spell your last name again?
Boyanton, Boyanton.
Boyanton. I looked it up, and I've got it pulled up here. You got a good photo, by the way. That's a very good photo that you have up there. It looks good. And then I go to your thing, carlforcongress.com. I click on it. Your connection isn't private. Attackers might be trying to steal your information, for example, passwords, messages, or credit cards. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on here? What is that about? Jab 61387 subscribing tier 1. Thank you. The chat doesn't like that. The chat doesn't like that. A lot of them clicked on your page because they wanted to see what was going on. Now they're wondering, what do you want their information for? What are you doing with it?
I don't know what you're talking about. The website's been down since the election.
Yeah, but when you click on it, it says that it might be trying to steal your information.
There's no website.
Some
Been
people,
taken down.
well, it's on the, if you Google your name, it comes up as like the first thing. The next thing is the Ballotpedia. Oh, we can get the number. You got 18.9%.
Yeah.
You got spanked by Ezel. Is Ezel a big dog or what? I don't see. This is interesting. I'm not into I don't understand
When you interview people, do you not know anything about the interview? Or
that's kind of a thing that I'm working on and I'm
Yeah.
struggling with. I used to do I never did the live ones. They would have me do pre-recorded ones and they would try to edit around it or whatever. But for whatever reason, I mean, if I could be honest, my uncle he's a chief operating officer of the company. And so they said, we'll throw you into the live thing and see how you do on the live format. Maybe that will agree with you better. And so now I'm trying this out, and it's kind of, yeah, I guess it's like, I mean, to be honest, we had this other guy on, and I did like quite a bit of research on him. He had three Twitter followers. How many you got?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a Carl for Congress Twitter anymore.
Damn, man,
Election's over, brother.
You really just packed it up, eh? You done with politics or what?
No, I'm very active in the Republican Party.
That's cool. Okay, let's get some questions from the chat, please. Questions from the chat for the candidate. So somebody says you had 2 followers. That's incredible. I'm not even joking. I was going to say at least you got to have more than the guy we talked to with 3, but they're saying that you don't. They're saying you have. They're saying you have body count. Somebody in the chat, Munt, is asking body count. Just got an email from someone. Body count is someone's asking you.
So you really don't do any research, do you?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to look into how many people you've slept with.
You don't have anything.
I'm not going to look into how many people you slept with. I'm not going to. That would be up to you to share personal information.
You don't have a clue on anything about me. I mean, you don't even have a clue what you're doing.
Guitar and behind you. What do you play?
I don't. That was given to me by John Rich.
Oh, really? I got a set of drums from Mike Poor.
Yeah.
People are saying that you've killed a lot of people in the chat. Is that true? Maybe should I? What the hell? How come?
You actually have any questions?
Well, that's a legitimate question. If you
otherwise, I got stuff to do, Bubba.
No, I understand that, but I might like change my tone a little bit. I didn't know that you were a taker of lives. I'll probably start sucking up to you considerably now if I find that out. Are you like how did that come to be? I'm guessing in the military, right?
Nope.
Sorry?
Nope.
Not in the military?
So anyway, so you don't really have an interview going. You just
okay. H Fred guy in the chat says yes. I let my best friend come over to make love to my wife upon his completion. No, this one's inappropriate. Did you not serve in the military?
No, I didn't.
You know you can still get a uniform and wear it. You could wear it on like whatever day or whatever. Or like they don't have any way to even really know. Like someone who's working at a diner or whatever. Oh man, I get paid fucking $700,000 a year to do this.
So you're well overpaid, buddy.
Well, my uncle's the guy, like I said. Are you
Yeah.
into magic at all?
No, I'm not.
Whoa! It's my thumb! What the fuck? We've lost another one, folks. We've lost another guest, folks. We've lost another guest. But he has taken us to the 5:30 hour. We thank you for it. Let's see who we got. Paul Miller. Okay, Paul Miller is here. And we are going to be taking calls for Paul Miller. But I would ask you guys again, please, to keep the questions to politics. We're not going to be discussing, this isn't the old show that I used to do. This is a new show, and it's about politics. Okay, I lost the Twitch chat. I'm so overwhelmed at the moment. Okay, let me pull up the Twitch chat. Go Off Kings are live now, hey. Oh, God. I'm a big fan of that stream. I'm a big fan of it. Okay, there's my channel. Okay. There I am. Okay, great. Okay, let's keep it to politics. Okay, I'm going to leave you for one moment, and we're going to start our next interview now with Paul Miller, who I do believe lost. I do believe lost as well. So let's see. Okay, so we got somebody in the waiting room, and it says I did get a message saying it's going to say Bree in the waiting room, but that's somebody else's account. This is in fact the person that we're waiting on. So we have the next guest ready. Are you guys all ready for the next guest? How are you guys feeling? How's everyone feeling in the chat? Hey, how are you guys feeling? How's it? How are we feeling? This next guy, he's got some pretty wild ideas. Some pretty wild ideas. Here we go.
You there?
Hello.
There we go.
Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That's cool. I'm on my third interview of the evening on the program. We are live, and we have the chat here up and everything. And let me tell you about the first two interviews. Have you ever seen a disaster movie from Roland Emmerich? Have you ever seen a disaster film, White House Down or something like that? Because that's what these were. These were absolutely unmitigated disasters. I'm not joking at all. Both of the people who have come on have left the interview early.
Oh, really?
So it's not. Yeah.
Huh.
So what's up with you?
I'm doing good. I'm just hanging out for right now.
What's your politics like? What's your politics like? I didn't get around to looking into all of it and everything, but what's your politics
okay.
like? What are you into? Are you normal? Are you normal? You have normal kind of ideas? Or are you one of these like guys who kind of has a kind of weird ideas?
The media would.
Can you laugh again?
Oh, why?
I have a sound thing. Oh, hang on. Am I?
Oh.
Can you hear it? Oh, hang on. We missed it again. We didn't sync it up again.
Oh.
Fuck.
Okay. Is that better?
That was pretty good. That was not bad.
But
Boo! I was doing it.
Yeah.
I was doing it. And then imagine this if I was like, hey man, you kind of actually look like this guy that I like used to kind of like have a crush on. Like,
Yeah. Me? Oh.
well, for the sound effect, I don't know. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I'm not even saying that you're necessarily gay or bisexual. Like, I could be a woman or you could be a woman in the scenario or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you're
Yeah.
homophobic. I don't want to say something that's like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know your politics. I don't know if you're like, you might be like,
I would. The media would paint me as far right. Is
Uh-oh.
how I would probably describe it.
like, how come? What are your weird things? I wish people would be more normal, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like about like just like basic human things or whatever. But what are your like weird ones? What are your kind of weird ones that the media
So
would say
what are basic human things?
just like treating people nicely and stuff? It's Slimeman subscribing tier 1, 19 months. Does Paul support ceasefire, or is he like a weird guy?
In Gaza?
Yeah, somebody's asking about if you feel how you feel about.
No way. No, we're no ceasefire in Gaza. If anything,
Because you know why? This is honestly, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what the heck's going on. People say all of these different places. They say Ukraine, whatever. I don't know what the heck's going on. I'm lucky if I know what the heck's going on with my damn wife in the next room. You know what I mean? But people, everyone we talk to, because I'm doing these interviews, they're all like, they just don't. Most people just don't. They don't think that's like a good way to be anymore. Like most people, like even Republican people and Democratic people, it's like the politicians and the media in this issue seems very out of touch with like the everyday regular people, because everyone you talk to is just like, oh, that's really kind of nasty to support, just because there's so much documented murder of innocent people. And so that's kind of nasty, and it's kind of like
that's a war.
no,
Like,
no, it's not.
Yeah, like war. Yeah, innocent people die in a war. Yeah, and when Gaza has
I have a question for you.
50% of their population under 18 years old, you're gonna kill some kids. Like it's inevitable. They like
hang on.
Okay.
As people are just reacting in the chat. People are saying, "Wow, this guy is a really bad guy. This guy maybe sounds like you don't. It doesn't sound very human to say you can understand when you're finding yourself saying the words, hey, sometimes some kids are gonna get killed. That you kind of come across, especially when you have. I don't want to be rude, but when you have like sort of an oafish exterior, and you're kind of like, hey, some kids are gonna die." And then everyone's like, it kind of sounds like you're like, it's like a bad guy or whatever. Like a bad guy from a movie or whatever, like a villain from a movie kind of or something like that. But you wouldn't be like one of the guys that's like planning the stuff. You'd be one of the guys that's like, they're telling him what to do or whatever, and he's going and doing it. And he's like, he'd be like a henchman or whatever, but like not even the henchman that's like the planning henchman. Because the one henchman's getting told what to do by the smart guy, and then that other smarter henchman is like just directing you, like sort of directly in like a dog-like kind of way, and then you're kind of just doing like a sort of a smashing type of a thing. How did you do in your primary election?
I got murdered. Yeah. No.
Is it maybe because of the things maybe that I described, which is that you come across as extremely heartless when you talk, and you seem to lack sort of the basic humanity that even every person would require in their elected official, and that you can't actually appeal to sort of anybody with that type of.
Let's talk about humanity then. Like, do you think rape is okay?
What the hell? I mean, that's crazy.
Do you think rape is okay?
No, of course I don't. Please don't listen.
Okay.
Listen.
We have
burning. We have certain things.
Burning people alive is okay.
We have a TOS we have to worry about. You can't be.
That's fine. Do you think burning people alive is okay?
I mean, I understand what you're going to say, and I think what you're trying to say is, I think there's a proportionality issue. So there's a thing where
let's talk about humanity. No, you're talking about humanity. Do you think that taking hostages is humane,
No.
innocent people.
No, I don't. Of course not. Nobody
Okay.
does.
Do you think that humanitarian aid that is sent from other countries is okay for those that are under attack to kill their own people to then get that aid for themselves? Do you think that's humane? No, it's not. So if you want to talk about humanity,
What
like,
what is the real, if we're being honest here, let's cut through all of this, okay? Because I feel like there's a lot of things going on here that are not, let's cut through it. And I think really what everybody wants to know, and what everybody in the chat wants to know, where that hairline really start.
I don't know. It's up there. I got a widow's peak. And then I got some receding hairlines.
We're going to take some callers now, if you don't mind. We got a call coming in. Caller, you're on the air with, what was your name again?
Paul.
With this guy, Paul. What's your question?
Oh, hi. This is Joe. I'm calling from San Diego.
This is Joe in
and I've
San
been,
Diego. Can you hear him?
Yeah.
He can hear him. He can hear you. You won't be able to hear my guest, but I can relay a message from him to you, or you could hang up and listen if you'd like. Hello, caller.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hey, Rick.
you go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, I was interested in, really just diving in and running for office. And I was just thinking about all of the money and time that it takes and the personal just anguish it takes. It just sounds so exhausting. So I was wondering if Paul could tell me what it feels like to go through all of that and at the end of it come out empty-handed.
That's mean. Sorry. Caller, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Bill from Connecticut.
Hello, Bill in Connecticut. We are a national show. Bill, do you have a question or a comment for this guy, Paul?
Yeah, I was wondering, do swingers have any secret way to communicate?
It's not the swing. I used to host a different show, but you know the Pineapple Lifestyle?
Yeah.
I used to host a different show about that, so some people still recognize me from that. But I'm not even in the lifestyle anymore. Ever since I became single, and it's not necessarily as fun as a single guy in the Pineapple Lifestyle. You have a different set of rules and everything. That's the truth. Have you ever been to a club or anything like that?
No.
Are you married?
I am married, yeah.
Oh, very cool, very cool. And this is the part where, okay, Rick, this is the part where you remember that it's not appropriate to, go down that road with everybody. Because in my old life, I hear that. There's only one question coming on next. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey there, this is Judd from Grosse Pointe.
Judd in Grosse Pointe. How are you? Judd's one of our regular callers. He, I believe, won the contest last week, which was a huge. And I was happy to see Judd win because, if I may say so myself, Judd, I've met you in real life. You got some of the biggest feet I ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying?
That's a big compliment coming from you, sir. I appreciate it.
What do you got question-wise?
Well, I've just been watching the stream, watching the interview. I love to watch. That's kind of my thing. I'm a big watcher.
But just streams and stuff, you mean, right?
Well, no,
Sometimes you do something in your life and it becomes, the thing that people know you for, and you can't really run away from it or hide from it. Caller, you're on the air.
Yeah. Hi. This is Dan from Reno, Nevada.
Sounds like a fake name. Sounds like you had to think of it, which you don't have to do for your name. So I'm guessing this is going to be some other call where you try to be disgusting. But go ahead.
No, I actually did have a question for Paul. What is your view on stilettos on the furniture?
That's a decent question. That's actually a pretty good question. and I'll deviate for 1 second from the regular programming to say that, like, that is a big issue in the community and the clubs. They have leather furniture. Leather is very good for cleanup, as you can imagine, fluid-wise. And then what will happen is if the stiletto pops through, creates a hole in the furniture, then you'll have what's known as a fluid buildup. A fluid buildup, and these are fluids. These aren't Gatorade. This isn't Gatorade we're talking about. I have another interview in 2 minutes. Are you gonna run again on politics or?
No,
Yeah,
probably not.
Fuck it. What are you gonna get up to?
I am just gonna live my life. And
What's your thoughts on just somebody? This is kind of, I guess, because we tell people to stick to politics, but this is kind of a politics question in the chat. What are your thoughts? This is from T. Baggington. Come on. What is his thoughts on the Republican vice president pick and couches?
And couches?
Did you hear about that?
No.
Oh, apparently JD Vance he had had sex with a couch. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, that's like a real thing. It's pretty It's pretty deviant. Are you religious?
Yeah, I'm kind of religious.
Yeah, whatever. It's like, okay, it's like as far as it'll get you. You know what I mean? But it's like,
I tell people I'm inactive, but yeah, I'm LDS. But
what's that? Church of Latter-day Saints?
Yeah, Mormon. Yeah.
Oh, it's Mormon.
Yeah, it's the same as Mormon. Yeah.
Oh.
You don't want to take that other interview now, huh? You're like, man, I could tease this guy a lot.
No, I don't want to tease you about being a Mormon at all. Not at
I don't care.
That's not what I want to tease you about. I think that's like you being a Mormon, I guess, is like, I don't know anything about Mormons, but to me it would seem like it would be like one of your better qualities. No disrespect, but like you literally said in war sometimes some children are gonna die. That's at the beginning you said that, and it's like kind of hard to come back from that. It's kind of like the worst thing you can say, and maybe in the whole world ever.
It's not to be insensitive. It's just.
But it's
what happens.
But it is insensitive, and in this case, when it's like it's seemingly in a lot of people's eyes outside of America, internationally, a lot of people sort of see this due to the fact that. I just got another email. It's probably the next guest. Due to the fact that one side, has so much firepower and financial backing and money and power and influence that it's not really what you would call a war. It's more of a sort of cleansing of a group of people and stealing of their land. That's what some people would say.
Why did Hamas attack Israel if that's the case?
Because
the majority of the
time, their rights are being constantly trampled upon in their own land, and they're having their land stolen from them constantly with the aid of the Western world. I would say so. It's resistance. Resistance.
Israel,
I believe
moved out of Gaza.
Resistance. No. Come on. West Bank. You know that there are. That's still actively happening to this day, and that there are cabinet members on Netanyahu's cabinet who are part of groups that are actively involved in displacing Palestinian people from their homes as irrefutable facts. And so, yeah, when a group of people is being treated
in Gaza,
not in Gaza, no.
In Israel?
Yes, in Israel.
Okay.
So when that type of thing is happening, I think that it's easy for people to look at that and see it. And I think the only people who don't are people who have some sort of other vested interest. And it's very strange. I don't even, like a guy like you, I don't even understand. I think you just like saw it on the fucking TV and you just started repeating it because some guys you saw on the fucking TV said it. But I'm telling you, my man, last thing I'll say to you before, you are going to find that to be a very unpopular opinion. And that's going to happen, and you're going to, in the end, I think you're going to, hopefully, if you have any humanity at all, you're going to live to sort of regret your callous attitude that you had towards this situation. But thanks so much, everyone. Thanks for coming on the program. We appreciate it. You were the only one who made it all the way to the end. So that's good for you. Some people in the chat were saying that might be a situation where, you got nowhere else to be. But regardless, we appreciate you staying, and thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, I'm willing to talk to whoever. I don't care. That's what I'm here for. So, but
all right, everyone. We did it. We made it through. And now let's get into our final interview. And hopefully, let's get into this interview because that was a sad one. Yeah. There's always going to be one sad one, folks. This is what you learn when you do these types of things. You're going to have at least a 25% sad rate on these interviews. Sometimes it's 50. So we're going to wait and see what happens with this one. Because he's here, he's ready to go. This is Bob Antonellis. But I'm honestly getting a little bit tired. So I'll do my best to stick it out and keep at it, but I don't know. I'm not super into it. What the heck? I lost my... Oh, there it is. That's the one I want. I'm losing all my windows, and for fuck's sakes, man. God damn it, man. There's too many fucking windows, man. God damn it. Hey, everyone. I'm back here. All right. We made it through 3 interviews. Our last one, this is Bob Antonellis. He's running against Elizabeth Warren. They haven't had the primary yet. Hasn't had a chance to lose. I think I interviewed him before. I mean, we have a big chain of email. I don't remember the interview, but I sent him a Zoom link before. So here we go. Oh, go ahead and talk again. Oh, you're very low.
How's that?
Turn yourself up even more. You know what I mean? We want to hear you. Let your voice be heard, please.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think that's as loud as it can go.
That's not too bad.
Okay, I think it's partly was my volume, but it's also my lung projection. I'm with you.
Are you a smoker?
No. But I
You ever smoked on that? You ever smoked on that you know what?
No, I'm a non-smoker.
Like you never smoked on weed?
No, I don't smoke anything.
Have you never smoked weed before?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do this very special thing for you. Okay, last time I smoked weed was I want to say 4.5 years ago, but my cousin is staying with me and he has his vape pen right here, and I am gonna go ahead and I know this is some very high concentrate stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hoot on it a little bit. And, I mean, I haven't smoked in a while, so I'm going to get proper Van Imped over here, and then we'll get right into it. And thank you so much for joining me.
So Liberty, this is the Liberty Live, right?
This is it, my man.
Now, is that a Christian organization?
In a way. Like, I mean, there's a guy named Christian works here.
Oh, but so what is the gist of the organization? What is the main objective?
Politics. To
Okay.
talk about politics and
Oh, that's good. Nothing wrong with that.
And you into magic?
No. What kind of politics are we going to be talking about?
Well, this is my 4th interview. You know when you're at the end of work and you're just like, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go home and watch Law and Order SVU. They told me I was gonna do 3, and then they added another one.
So when you say politics before we start anything, what kind of general kind of questions or topics are you looking at talking about?
Oh, we're started. We're on.
Okay. Oh, we are. Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm not, I wasn't aware of that, that we were on.
No, that's
And I'm,
don't say that. You're going to try to get me in trouble. I told you we had a back and forth. This is a live interview. I told you I send you the link and we have the live interview. It's right there in black and white in the email.
yeah,
Because you'll
no,
get me in trouble to saying that you're not, that you didn't know you're going to be live.
no, I knew I was going to be live, but I didn't know we were going to be, that we already started.
Okay,
So
well, we can. I mean, so what would you? Do you want to restart?
I'd like to do it another day. I mean, I'm not feeling all that great about my, I don't know, because I'm not getting a good feeling that we're going to be talking about the issues.
But I literally have your page up. Like I genuinely have your like platform up that I was going to pull up and actually, like, I have it up on the screen right now. So I was going to go through your platform. So I mean, that's
okay. Well, we can do that. Okay,
So
that's fine.
so it says Bob Antonella is not your typical politician. Platforms and positions. We are a captured nation run by criminal syndicate that's exploiting us. Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that, to be honest. They're not working for us. If we don't fix this, we're finished. Yeah, it's kind of true, I guess. We're being fleeced at every level with no accountability. This is your platform? With no accountability, fraud, racketeering, and graft are everywhere. Kickbacks, bribery, blackmail. That's true, yeah, I think. Oh, you got proverbs in there. I love proves. We can't live like this. Things have to change. Safety, security, and well-being. Fear is here. What does that mean?
Well, we are afraid, to turn around. We're afraid to use the wrong pronouns. We're afraid to get on the subway without a pepper spray.
You're afraid to get on the subway without pepper spray?
Well, I mean, there's fear of.
But are you afraid of that?
Well, I don't use pepper spray, but no.
So
I don't
you're
get on
not afraid. So then, but you just heard that from other people?
Well, no. The point of the matter is.
No, well, I mean, you can't just say that your people are scared to go on the. They have to bring pepper spray on the subway if you don't have it. Like,
Oh, have you looked at the news lately?
yeah, I watch it every single night.
It's a dangerous country we're living in. There's violence.
Yeah, it's not unique to these times, though. It's not unique to these times. It's.
Well, it's more than ever. It's more than ever.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I think maybe in certain areas, but that's always, crime rates fluctuate. There's sometimes cyclical as well. I know gang violence can often be cyclical because, large gangs, the investigations for the police take a long time. And so at the end of the investigation, they'll lock everybody up and then new people have to funnel in and there'll be a gang war. So sometimes you can, you can get like a cyclical kind of things like that.
It's worse than that. The government is understating crimes intentionally, and certain types of crimes are just washed away, and then many criminals are released, through this revolving door, and they call it zero cash bail, and it's definitely connected to the DAs that have been taking over this country, over 70 of them, Soros-backed DAs they're called, but it's also connected
Wait,
to.
people are still doing the Soros thing?
Well, they're Soros-backed DAs, but I actually have done some more research into that to go even deeper with that. But the point of the matter is people call them Soros DAs, district attorneys, You've heard the term?
Yeah, buddy. I told you I'm going home to watch Law and Order Special Victims Unit. I think I know what a district attorney is. I think I know what an ADA is, even assistant district attorney. That's usually who's actually in court. And the district attorney is sitting in the office. Adam Schiff is the current district attorney. He came back. He was actually in the old seasons as the ADA where he was trying cases. Then he became the district attorney, which seems like a reasonable trajectory.
Well, anyway, the point of the matter is that this zero cash bail is something they all seem to curiously embrace, and it's a blanking disaster, and it puts.
You can swear on here. You can swear.
Well, whatever.
No, please don't censor yourself. I'm not about censorship. I hate censorship.
All right.
Say the word. Say the word.
Friggin'.
No, say the word. Come on, man. We're all friends here. Say the word.
Don't you worry about it. No, don't you worry about it.
So, you know what's weird? So why do you self-censor? That's a big problem with
No,
Americans.
let's just talk about what I'm trying to get a point across.
But
It
you
doesn't matter
self-censored, and then it took away
whether
from
I
your
say
point
blanking
because
or
it's like,
whatever I say. It doesn't matter what I say. I want to talk about zero cash bail. And that was started by Chesa Bodine. And I've done a lot of research into the Weather Underground, actually, if you want to know the truth. And so that's why I hesitated to call them Soros-backed DAs, because they're actually Soros Bodine DAs. And these people were trained with the hatred of the Weather Underground, which you may know something about. I don't know, maybe if you do Law and Order and all the rest, you probably know a lot about the Weather Underground, Bill Ayers, Bernadine Dorn. Oh, okay, goodbye.
was that you? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on the program. And I apologize that we had some issues with the interviews. I will work at it to make it better and to try to improve it. My famous experiment, gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Gabalier, a house 83, blue, ruby, red, caffeine and roses, website.cool. Thank you so much, everyone. I was very nervous about doing this. I've never done the live thing before with the interviews. Did not know how it would turn out, if it would be terrible. Real squeaky subscribing tier 1. And I think it went pretty well. It was better than my other ones that I do that have gone worse. And it kind of brought a new dynamic to it. And it was cool to interact with you. I love the callers. I wish that we could have avoided, again, the pineapple stuff. But who should we raid? I guess we'll raid the Go Off Kings now, everybody. Go check them out. I'm a big fan of their politics channel. And give it up for them. And thank you. Self-same spot. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's weird. It's a weird thing to say to me. I stay out of the Discord, and I've been trying to, but I mean, if that's something that's happening, I'll look at it. I don't think that's true. Just from what I know of, like, when I used to go in there quite a bit, and it would really surprise me if that were true. It would really surprise me. I don't know if it's sarcasm. I don't know. Somebody said ban that guy from the chat. I mean, I'm not going to ban them from the chat. But yeah, you can't just throw around accusations like that if they're not true. You can't do that. That can be damaging as well. So if it is true, wow. Okay. All right. Well, this isn't the place for it. We don't talk politics here. This is not a politics forum to discuss politics. So we will now have to sign off, and see you later, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, I'll put the intro in. Sorry about it having the watermark on there. They wanted $24.99.